Hi, it's Cassandra come back with another video. I wanted to come back and talk some more about growing up and being indoctrinated as a child because it's so much that when we were sitting in the inside of the chairs at the Kingdom Hall, like many times with no windows, and just you were forced to focus on what the speaker was talking about. Many times you could get pinched, for talking to your brother or your sisters that's sitting next to you to snigger like children do. You will get pinched. You will get punished for just doing that. So they made it a very serious event at each meeting to pay constant and close attention to what was being said, because it meant your life, or it meant you'll get punished, or it meant that you will be on some kind of punishment. Things will be withheld from you. If people were going to get together afterwards for some kind of enjoyment, if you didn't sit right at the Kingdom Hall, then you were not going to be able to attend any thing that would be fun for you. So you sat there and you really listened, and you took in and you soaked in all the things that they were saying, uh, all the things that they sat down and talked about, fornication. On those Thursday nights when those people got disfellowshipped, we learned that we could no longer speak to those people at a young age. You talk to those people all the time. Even somebody may have been giving you peppermint or chewing gum or something. That was your friend. But at that time, their names were called out. You could no longer greet them or smile at them. I found it very hard to do that because as a child, most of the people, the few, I can just name that the 3 or 4 women that was disfellowshipped for fornication inside the Kingdom Hall were mostly my friends. I was a little kid, but they would always be the nicest women. You would talk to them and say hi to them and everything, and they will give you peppermint or whatever. But then when their names was called out at the Kingdom Hall for being disfellowshipped, and your parents, and they told you what that meant. That means you can't talk to her anymore. Don't speak to her no more. And I would still have to speak real with my hand real low, saying hi anyway. And in the bathroom, I would still go in and say hi to them and everything. And they would tell me sometimes, you're not supposed to talk to me or whatever, but I would still sneak and do it because I just never could be all right with that. That was the grossest feeling. And so many times though, it was some people that you didn't know them. I hadn't made a connection with them for real. So yeah, you just pass on by them like you don't know them. And we were taught that as children. Then they started telling us about the cartoons on TV that were demonized, the Smurfs and everything like that. They had it, whereas the Smurfs were supposed to be demonized, and I don't know how that got out, but we had a Smurf inside the house, and we had a big to do. My mom was upset, crying and everything because she was telling us to throw the Smurf away, but we couldn't find the Smurf. But they told us that the Smurfs got up and walked away, and they were demonized. And I mean, it was all kinds of lies or whatever going on. Like one of the other YouTubers was talking about, they was telling us about dogs talking at the door when you went to the door, and you just found that the dogs were saying, don't come here. We don't want you here. We don't want you telling the truth to these people. Stuff like that. And all that stuff, we believed that as children. So we lived a life of believing in demons, and just we didn't know who and when the demon was going to jump into anybody. So we lived a life of fear. The same thing, like I said before, with blood. You didn't know if you scraped your knee and you started losing blood, you were bleeding too bad. You didn't know if they was going to try to force blood transfusion on you or whatever. So you cried out, and you were scared that because they said if you received blood, Jehovah was gonna really have to deal with you. He didn't know if he was gonna have to resurrect you or what he was gonna do. You had really did something wrong for accepting blood. So things that other people around us was not taught. Everybody, people, your friends, the people at school, all these people going to be destroyed. The churches are all going to fall down on them as they're be in the giving their church sermons on Sundays. We were taught that one day it was going all the buildings was just going to fall down on people and everything, and that taught us really that we were just learning how to be narcissists, because after they explained Armageddon to us, that everybody's supposed to be destroyed and everybody, all the bricks supposed to fall in all on top of people's heads and everything. But all we was worried about is what kind of animal that we was going to pick, what kind of lion or tiger or something that we was going to own when we got into the paradise. We didn't care how much gruesome stuff that we would have seen. Always thinking that we knew it all. Well, we had the truth, so nobody couldn't tell us anything. Really not even really listening to what teachers and doctors or anybody had to say for real, because we were taught that we already had the truth and we already knew everything. So we were gaining narcissistic personality traits, because I don't know if you were really a narcissist unless I don't know if they were born with that way of what was going on with that. I still haven't figured out totally what's going on with the narcissistic personality disorder. But that's another topic too. But basically, children just had it hard in there. No birthdays, no holidays, no sports events. You couldn't go and play in the sports or whatever, because that would mess you up for the meetings and everything that you were supposed to be at throughout the weeks and stuff like that. It was just with I mean, it could be so many things. I just wanted to come back and just talk a little bit about how being indoctrinated as a child was very, very stressful on children, and it really made them be something, put them form them in ways that other people around would never know. But we know, and you know as an individual what you still have to deal with. But that's why I always encourage you to really go in and get all this poison out of you. Do the research and everything to really know that what was taught was just really lies. And none of it really made any sense as an adult. And see, that's what made me not understand how adults came in later on, because I didn't go through that. I didn't know anything about being an adult and coming in on it. I just know the child being indoctrinated as a child. But from an adult standpoint, from me, I just couldn't see how anybody would really buy that. But that's not my walk, so I can't judge that walk. So anyway, they use peer pressure, repetition, discipline, parental annihilation or parental just to divide you from your parents, telling you that if you do anything wrong that you're going to be shunned and everything. That really hurts when you're growing up, to know that if you did anything wrong, people would not talk to you and not speak to you. And you knew for a fact that would happen because you seen it for yourself already. There were already examples of it around you when that name was pronounced and called out. It was a weird feeling at the end of the meeting on Thursday night. Everybody's getting ready to sing a song, and then somebody come up and called out a person's name, and then you have to sing the song and leave out of the Kingdom Hall. And the person who was once your brother or sister was no longer, you couldn't even speak to that person no more. Anyway, then maybe the next week when you did go out in field service, you did find out what they had done. And you heard people talk about them like they wasn't really nobody. So there was a lot, growing up in that religion. Like I said, who you like, the guys that you like, they would say that person is worldly, so you weren't supposed to like that person. You were only supposed to like the people that was inside of the cult. And you didn't have no attraction for that person, but you just looking around trying to see who you could like, who you could ever like inside of there. And all of that was just was a big ball of confusion, a big mess. And so that's why I'm encouraging anybody and everybody. I don't care if you are older now, if you still have those traits, that indoctrination that still running in the back of your mind, go ahead and cleanse that out. Get yourself together, because all that stuff was meant to lead us in the wrong direction, and meant to be some kind of energy snatching thing that have you in a low vibes, low vibration. Anyway, I really hope everyone's having a great day. Thanks for watching.